Okay, guys. So today actually I have installed it on my Windows system. Okay, so in case if you see, actually we have to set up the path in the environment variables. In the environment variables also you have to set the path. So you have to go to this edit environment variables, and you have to modify the path of the Terraform environment variables, and then in the path section you have to add. Okay, so if you add that one, then you will be able to access this one from anywhere. Okay, so if you see yesterday, we have seen what is provider, and then we have given region, access key, secret key to access the resources, and then we have created a resource. What resource we have created? AWS instance. So EC2 we have created. We have given the name as this one, and this is the tag Ubuntu. So and then instance type is T2 micro and AMI. Okay. So now let's see what happens. Now let's see VPC. Okay, so I will just remove this one. Okay, so we can see how we can create a VPC today. Before that, let me create access key. So yesterday I have deleted this one. So even you guys can okay, anyway you will not be sharing, right? So you can use, as I will be sharing it publicly. I will create this access key, secret key daily. Otherwise, other someone will misuse this one. Okay, so this is the access key. And then I will just copy these secret key as well. Okay, so this is done. So yesterday we didn't see properly. So here we have main.tf, right? So when we execute it from here, we will see all the files which are created. So now I will just open the terminal. Okay, so here I am doing Terraform init. Okay, so when we do Terraform init, all the plugins, resources related to this AWS will be installed. Okay, so if you see here, it is initialized successfully. Okay, now what we can do, now we have to go ahead and create the resource. So which resource we are going to create? We are going to create VPC. Okay, so whenever you have to create a resource, what you do, you just come type the first word. Okay, first word is always Terraform. Okay, now what we have to create, we have to create AWS and then VPC. See, that's it. Okay, so when you enter first one, it will be always this one. Okay, you can select that one. So this is the resource. So just you can copy this one and then paste it here. Okay, also, like in case if you want to give tag in the next example, if you see, just you can copy this tag as well, so that it will have a name. Okay, just come to this instance here, tag. Okay, so under resources we have given this cider block from here, and then tags. Okay, uh, now let's go here. Just in case if you want to change the name, like you can give it as um, my VPC. Okay, and even in case if you want to give tag, like for example, if you are creating VPC for dev environment, you can give it as dev. Okay, now if we go to, and region we selected is AP South 1. Okay, now let's go to AP South 1. So VPC. Okay, so we are in Asia Pacific, Mumbai. Okay, so this is the AP South 1. So currently how many VPCs we have? We have one VPC. Okay, that is the default VPC. Now let's go ahead and create the VPC. Okay, so we have created the resource. Okay, now what we have to do, the command which we have to use, terraform plan. Terraform plan. So it will show like what are all the resources that is going to be created. Sorry, so once you do the changes, actually you have to do control S. Okay, when you do control S, then only it will save, otherwise it will not be executed. I will do terraform plan again. So inconsistency dependency lock. Okay, okay, so here we didn't execute this command before, right? So it is telling us to initialize this one, because when we initialize only we will get the folders. Okay, so now let's do Terraform init. Okay, enter. So it is initializing. So here only main.tf file is there, right? Now let's see. So now additional files it will be created. Okay, so now all the dependencies of this VPC it will be downloaded from ASICOP website. Okay, so here only main.tf is there, so it will be updated with all the init files. Then it will check. Okay, let's wait for it to complete. If you see, the Terraform folder is created. Okay, so inside Terraform we have providers, and inside this we have all these things. Okay, so we have a .exe file and a log file as well. Okay, so it has initialized successfully. Now let's do Terraform plan. Okay, so when we do Terraform plan, it will show all the things which are all has to be created. So if you see, we are going to create an VPC. Okay, that VPC is my VPC. It will be created, and then all these resources like ARN, CIDR block, and then a default network ACLs, and then IDs, VPC IDs. So everything will be created, and the tag which we are going to give is dev. Okay, so also if you see here, we have to mainly focus on this cider block. Okay, so whatever cider block they were given now, it is fine. In case if you need any custom cider block, we can give that one. Okay, so once the VPC is created, in case if you're going to give subnets, the subnets should be in this range. Okay, then only it will work. Okay, now plan is done. Now go ahead and apply Terraform apply. Okay, so now let's do Terraform apply. Okay, so currently in our VPC, we have only one VPC, right? That is default VPC. Now, as we have applied, let's wait and see the resource to be created. So here we have to provide it as yes. So in case if you don't want to enter this yes always, you can give hyphen auto approve. Okay. So if you see, VPC is creating and it is created in 1 second. Okay. Auto complete resource. Now let's go to this resource. I will just refresh this one. If you see, we have given the tag as dev, right? So in the name of dev, we have got a VPC. Okay, what is the cider range? 10.0.0./16. So if you see, so this is the cider block we have given, right? So in the same cider range, we got the VPC created. Okay, what is the name of that VPC? The tag which we have given. Okay, the same tag has been applied. So if we come here, so the VPC is ready. So similarly, now VPC is ready. So inside VPC, we can create routers, right? So when you have to create router, you can just type, okay, Terraform AWS, okay, subnets, right? So inside VPC, we will be creating subnets, okay? So you can just, when you type Terraform AWS subnet, you will get this document. Just click on this one, okay? So we have this one, okay? You can just copy this one. So once you copy and just you can paste it here. Okay, so the name is AWS subnet. Okay, so this should be always same. Okay, you shouldn't change this one. Okay, because this is reference to the AWS resource. The second part which is there, you can change this one. Let's give it as public subnet. Okay, and then VPC ID. Okay, this VPC ID, what it refers to is the resources which is here. Okay, so how it is referring, you just copy this one. Okay, you just copy this entire thing. Okay, I'm just showing you how it was created. Okay, so you remove these quotes. Okay, remove all these quotes. So just place dot in between them, okay, dot id, okay. So this is the exact one, right? So how it is, how they have got this one? This is aws vpc, aws vpc, and then main, previously it was main, right? So we have changed it to my vpc. So my vpc dot id, okay. So how it has to be written? It has to be written like that, okay. So just you can copy this one anytime, in case if you want to reference this one, you can just copy this one, okay. Just remove these quotes, place it dot, and then we have to go get that vpc id, right? So dot id, okay. So why it is required? So for example, in case if we have this VPC already created, we know the VPC ID. This is the VPC ID. Okay, this VPC ID will be unique for each and every VPC. So in case if we don't know the VPC, in case if we have to reference that one, then we have to do it like this. Okay. So for example, we are going to create VPC now only. Okay, let's assume this is my VPC one. Okay, and we can keep this as stage, okay. Now what we can do, we can get the, we don't know the vpc id, right? For this one, my vpc one, this is now only we are going to create now, but how the subnet will know? We have to write it properly. So my vpc one, okay. So when we do my vpc one dot id, then actually it is going to take in this range. So we are using the same range as well, okay. So let me, so previously we used this one, right? So now I will just create it with 1.0, okay. And then I will just place 10.1.1, okay. So that it will be in this range. So I will give the name also as public subnet, okay. So let's keep it like this, okay. And we can change this to 11 as well, okay. So now we are going to create a CIDR block 11.1.0.0/16, and then CIDR block of this public subnet 11.1.1.0/24, okay. So now what it is going to create? It is going to create one more VPC, but with the name of stage, okay. And then it is going to create a subnet as well. So in case if you go here, it will not have any subnets. Go to subnets. So all are default subnets, nothing is related to dev, okay. But when we create stage, it will have one subnet with which is related to staging, okay. Now let's go here. So we have given all the things correctly. Just save this one. Go to terminal, new terminal. So I am getting Git always. Terraform plan. Okay. So when you do plan, it will get what are all the resources it is going to create. Okay. So it is refreshing the state file. So it is going to create all these resources. Okay. So what it is going to create? Here it is showing us two to add, like one to destroy. One to destroy means previously we add my VPC, right? So that is going to be deleted, okay. And then two things are getting added newly. So what are the things that is going to added newly? So it is going to create a VPC, and then if you go up, it is going to destroy my VPC, okay. So previously we have used the same configuration file, right? So what will happen? It is going to delete this VPC. This dev VPC is there, right? It will delete this one and it will going to create staging, okay. So now let's go ahead and apply Terraform apply. So in case if you doesn't want you to ask yes always, you can just give Terraform apply hyphen auto hyphen approve. Okay, when you give it as a Terraform apply hyphen auto hyphen approve, it will not ask for yes. Okay, just enter. Let's wait for it to open. Okay, if you see here, it has started. Okay, now let's go to here. Let's refresh this one. If you see, it has automatically staging has come, okay. But previously we had dev, right? That has gone. So if you see, the IPv range is 11.1.0.16, okay. And also in case if we come to subnets, Actually, we didn't add any subnets related to the staging or dev, right? So now let's check subnet, refresh. So if you see, the name is public subnet, okay, and it is related to staging, okay. So this is how you create subnets and then VPCs. So if you have observed, we have created all these files, right? So for example, now I have changed this one. Okay. So now we have this one. Now let me go here and try to modify this one. Okay. I will just rename to something. Save. Okay. I have given the name as stage 12244. I have manually edited it, right? So the exact, like, what is the environment we require, so all those things will be saved in Terraform state file. So this state file is very important. So how does Terraform knows the current working environment? Using this Terraform state file. So always you have to save this file in remote locations like S3 or something. In case if you delete this one, Terraform will not know what are the resources it is managing. Okay. So if you select this one, if you see, so it has AWS subnet, and then the name is public subnet, and then the cider block. See, VPC, the VPC name is my VPC1, and then what is the ARN? Cider block is of that VPC, and then a VPC ID. So all the details of your environment will be saved in this Terraform state file. Okay, so always you have to save this in some remote locations so that it will be safe. In case if you push this to GitHub, anyone can know the details about your environment. Okay, so I have changed the name of that one, right? So currently, if you see, where is this one? Terraform subnet. So I have given the name. What is the name? Subnet name. Okay. Stage, right? Control F. So I have given the name as stage, right? So now let's see what will happen. So where I have given the name. Okay. So for VPC I have given the name as stage. Now I will do Terraform refresh. Okay. Let's see whether this stage gets updated to the latest one. So we have modified the name to 12244, right? Let's see what happens. So if you see, it is refreshing. Okay, it is refreshing. If you see, what is the name? 12244. So it has automatically updated. Why it updated? Because from where it has taken the details, it has directly contacted AWS and it has taken the details from here. Okay, so in case if we manually update something and if we have to know like what are the changes we have done, then actually we have to do Terraform refresh. Okay, when you do Terraform refresh, see this Terraform state file automatically updated. Okay, now what I will do, now I will go ahead and again apply Terraform apply. So when I do Terraform apply, what it will do? So Terraform apply will always apply the changes which are here. Okay. So always it will apply this one. No matter in case if you have changed or whatever changes you did. So if we do Terraform apply, it will always take this file. Okay. So if you see this file, it is stage 12244, right? Even here it is stage 12244. So this is the desired state. We always want this one as the environment, right? Main.tf. So I will just go ahead and do Terraform apply again. Let's see what happens. Let's wait for it to complete. So it is again refreshing the state. Yes. Okay, if you see here, it is modifying. Let's see what happens here. See, it has automatically changed. Okay, so even if you go here, see, I will refresh this one. So it has changed. So what we have to understand here, so Terraform state file will have the state in our AWS environment. Okay, whatever state we have in our AWS environment, that will be saved here. Okay, of all the configurations. So when we do by default in TF state file, whatever we apply, that will be there. But in case if you want it Terraform state file to be updated with the changes which are done in AWS environment, you have to do Terraform refresh. Okay, but again when you do Terraform apply, always the changes which is in the desired environment in main.tf, that will be applied. Okay, so it will be overwritten again. Okay, so this is how this thing works. Okay, and this is the Terraform state file, tf state. Okay, this is very important, and always it has to be saved in some S3 bucket with the DynamoDB enabled. Okay, for example, if you are if two guys are going to edit this Terraform state file at the same time, then it will be corrupted. Okay, when two of them are going to edit this state file at the same time, it will be corrupted. Okay, then in case if it is corrupted, then your entire Terraform infrastructure will be waste, because you will not be able to manage the Terraform's environment. Okay, so always managing this Terraform state file is very important. So what you have to do, you have to save it in a safe location, and you have to enable DynamoDB, okay, as a backend. So what will happen, it will allow only one member to edit at a time. Okay, so that it will enable the state locking. Okay, you have to it will enable the state locking. Okay, these and all like a very important interview questions. Okay, so remember like how this Terraform state file works, and why this is sensitive in case if. Okay, now uh, I will go show you a simple example. Okay, now I will do, in case if you want to delete all these resources. Okay, what is the command? Terraform destroy. Okay, so when you do Terraform destroy, it will automatically delete. Okay, I have to give s as well. So when I do Terraform destroy, even this file will be deleted. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so if you see, refresh this one. See, this Terraform state file is there, right? So all the resources which were inside this one got deleted. Okay, so we don't have anything, just some versions, those things are there. Apart from that, all the resource configurations which were there in this Terraform state file, everything got deleted. Why? We applied Terraform delete. Okay. Uh, okay, if you see, it is deleted. Okay, now we can see one more thing. Okay, so now let's go to Terraform tf file. So always we create these subnets inside this VPC, right? We create subnets inside VPC, but if we create this subnet before VPC, what will happen? Let's see. Now Terraform apply auto approve. Jake, I will without plan I am directly going to approve. Yes. So even though we give subnet first and VPC second, Terraform will automatically understand like this subnet belongs to VPC, and then it will automatically manage these things. Okay, so it will not throw any error. Normally in programming languages and all, we have to go in a sequential order to write any of the programs, right? But here it will automatically understand. In case of common resources, in case if some complicated things are there, then you have to use a command called depends on. Okay, then it will automatically create the resource first, and it will create. So if you see here, it has automatically created. Even though I have created subnet first and then VPC second, it understood like this subnet is part of VPC, and it has created the resource in a sequential manner. So if we come here, refresh this one, so you will be seeing this stage. Okay, this also like one of the important interview questions they will ask, like how the resources will be created, how it will know the dependencies. Okay, so in one of the previous classes we have like discussed as well. Okay, in I have shared a few interview question and answers, right? So I have mentioned about implicit and explicit dependencies. Okay, so this is how it works. So if there are some common resources which Terraform understands, it will automatically take care of how it has to be applied. So no matter how we define that one, it will automatically arrange it and it will create the resources. Okay. So now we have applied. Now again, the Terraform state file will be updated with all the configurations. Okay. So this is how we create VPC subnets and all, and how the Terraform state file is important. Okay. Okay, so again the Terraform state file got updated, right? So now let's try to delete this state file. Previously, Terraform state file was there. When we deleted it, deleted. Okay, now let me try to delete this one manually. Okay, I'm deleting this one. Motor recycle one. Okay, now I will do Terraform destroy. So it has created Terraform state file, but it is unable to open. Okay, okay, and what it is telling? No changes. No objects need to be destroyed. We have created VPC, right? So if you see, we have created VPC, but it is telling no objects needs to be destroyed. Okay, either you can not create any objects yet, or existing objects are already deleted outside of Terraform. Because if Terraform state file is not there, Terraform will not understand what it has to manage. Okay, it is like all the configurations related to Terraform will be saved in this TF state file. Okay, if you delete this one, then it will not be able to manage any resources. Okay, so like it will be like dumb without this state file. So it is very important to save this state file in some safe location, because if something like corruption in case if some corrupt it is corrupted, or else in case if it is deleted unknowingly, then your entire infra is gone. Okay, you will not be able to manage these things. So again, you can do Terraform import and all, and then you can create a stateful, that's fine. But in case if you delete the stateful, like existing environment, you cannot work. So always managing this is very important. Okay, now let's go to this one. See, we have this VPC and all. Okay, now let's try to delete this one. Okay, okay, now we have this resource already. Now let's go ahead and try to create again. Okay, now I will go ahead and apply Terraform, apply auto approve. Now let's see what happens. Okay, now let's see what happens. So okay, so it is corrupted. So it is trying to create now. Refresh. So Terraform statefile again it got created. Okay, so when you do Terraform apply, again it will create, but whatever changes you have done previously and all, those things will be gone. Okay, just I will refresh this one. But what happened, it has created one more stage. Why? Because this is created by previous thing, right? So it doesn't understand like how to manage those things. So what it has created, it has created two VPCs. If you see, it has taken same cider range as well. Okay, now let's come to subnets. Okay, so it has taken again public subnet. Okay, so this is why we have to manage this Terraform stateful. It will get confused and it will create multiple resources again, and actually it will be kind of corrupted environment. Okay, so always it is a good practice to take backup of the stateful and manage it properly with state locking and all. Okay, so this is one of the main things which you have to take care. And if we come here, okay, okay guys, that's it for today.